following in father's footsteps is a thing I much enjoy. My mother caught me fair one evening up west out on the spree. She said, where are you going? But I answered, don't ask me. I'm following in father's footsteps, following the dear old dad. He's just in front with a nice big gal who I thought I'd have one as well. I don't know where he's going. When he gets there, I'll be glad. I'm following in father's footsteps, yes. I'm following the dear old dad. At Margate with Papa, I toddled out to have a good old swim. I didn't know the proper place to bathe, so left it all to him. I found myself amongst the maidens. I laughed, and so did Pa. Hilma yelled, Percy, fie, for shame. Said I, it's all right, Ma. I'm following in father's footsteps, following the dear old dad. He's gone out there with a pair of jumps to show me how to hold girls up. I'm going to hold her next time. So when he drops her, I'll be glad. I'm following in father's footsteps, yes. I'm following the dear old dad.
Well, here I am, ladies and gentlemen, busted. I'm going to sing you a little song and then get down amongst you and pass the hat and see if you'll donate enough to take me to the next town. Get busy, Mr. Leader. I've been walking home, kind friends, but very, very slow. Oh, from a minstrel show. I haven't eaten anything for about a week or so. Oh, with the show. Our manager's name was Bacon. All we got was talk. For Bacon was a ham that put the whole show on the port. Last night they laid for us with guns. Says I guess I'll walk. Oh, from the show. I escaped, you know, from the minstrel show. Was a hid away in a bale of hay through the kindness of a driver. Now the troops in jail, they're gonna leave by rail. For the town will ride them out on rails. So I'm the one survivor. This show started out from a little town in the B.P.O.E. Railroad. We played all the small towns along the B.P.O.E. Railroad. I guess you must have traveled over the B.P.O.E. Railroad about 150 times. We traveled over the B.P.O.E. Railroad so much the B.P.O.E. Railroad kicked and said we'd have to quit. We were wearing out the ties. We were wearing out the ties all right enough. The manager had one bad habit, never wanted to pay salaries. Salary day came every now and then. Principally then, seldom now, and always never, till here I am busted. But I'll never forget the town this show started out from. They had a state fair going on in the town. I looked all over the town trying to find a place for the troops to stable, but everything was full in the town, including myself and about 2/3 of the population. At last a friend told me, though, he says there's a hotel inside the fairgrounds called the Inside Inn. Called the Inside Inn because the Inside Inn's inside of the fairgrounds. So I walked inside the fairgrounds, inside the Inside Inn, up to the desk of the Inside Inn. Says to the clerk of the Inside Inn, is the proprietor of the Inside Inn in? Says no, the proprietor of the Inside Inn is not inside of the Inside Inn. Says why is the proprietor of the Inside Inn not inside of the Inside Inn? Says well, I'll tell you. He's been riding around in the merry-go-round, made him seasick. He's outside by the inside because he can't keep his inside in, letting his inside out, outside of the Inside Inn. I'm going to try and sing you another little thing now. A little thing entitled When Kate and I Were Coming Through the Pie. Excuse me, through the rye. It was Christmas, I was summering at Mount Shasta, that beauty spot in sunny Tennessee. When I fell in love with sweetheart Katie Plaster, and like a plaster, Kate got stuck on me. A distiller was her father of rye whiskey. and to his booze I didn't do a thing. So I thought to stand in solid I would wed her. So I bought a bell and gave Katie a ring. Ding, ling, ling, ling. Yes, Kate and I were married by and by. But Kate found out that I was always dry. So we moved into the distillery and used it for a flat. I missed my room one night and fell into a whiskey vat. That was the night that I got soaked. Then Katie, she did cry. He's dying in good spirits, and he's coming through the rye.
The loving rag fills you with joy and joyful jag. It makes you glad, your heart is meant to have the loving rag. Your honey gal clothes close to your breast, oh, you dance the rag. You love the best, say you never wanna stop that loving rag. Oh, lordy, 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 hear that tune. I'll forget my home and mother mighty soon. Keep right on the rag and not a step I miss. I tell you, babe, hold me nothing like this. Put your arms around me, we glide along. I feel myself a-slipping, I mean no wrong. Close your eyes, my babe, we dance till morn. That doggone loving rag. Oh, you hear that music softly play, say, I could dance all night from there. The loving rag, the bomber say, come on, get out of my way. I want a brass band playing for me, no Gilmore's or Susie's orchestra. Jolly loving article of harmony is a loving rag. Oh, that rag, babe, the loving rag, the bomber say, come on, get out of my way. I want a brass band playing for me, no Gilmore's or Susie's orchestra. The only loving article of harmony is a loving rag.
Down in a great big brass cellar, where a swell-colored feller by the name of Bill Jefferson, Lord, played piano while he'd sing a song. He just sung and played the whole night long, till one night a kinky-haired lady they called Chocolate Sadie heard him playing that barbershop chord. When he finished, Sadie drew a sigh. Just as soon as she would catch his eye, she'd cry, Mr. Jefferson, Lord, play that barbershop chord, that soothing harmony. It makes an awful hit with me. Play that string. She ought to please me again. 'Cause, mister, when you start that minor part, I feel your fingers slipping and a gripping at my heart. Oh, Lord, play that barbershop chord. From that night she never rested, that same tune she requested every time she went into the place. Just as soon as she sat down, she roared, play that ever-loving barber's chord. Oh, I'm going to stick like a plaster to my new lord and master, for I surely go off my base when I listen to that melody. There's no other music I can see. That's me, Mr. Jefferson, Lord. Play that barbershop chord, that soothing harmony. It makes an awful hit with me. Play that string, just to please me again. 'Cause, mister, when you start that minor part, I feel your fingers slipping and a gripping at my heart. Oh, Lord, play that barbershop chord.
Parson Jones are coming days ago. Saw a bunch of coons shooting the dice. He pushed his way into the crowd and picked out Bluefoot Bill. Said, look, young man, I think you need advice. You're gambling away your money while your poor wife sits at home. I wonder where the meals am coming from. So pack that little kit, take them dice and get. Take my tip, now you go right along. Bill then turned to Parson Jones and said, I guess you shot crap in your time. I wonder if you still can roll the boat. The parson says, I'll just make one pass, show what I can do. If I was a playing, you'd all lose your home. They took all of his money. They cleaned him up for fair. Disgusted, then the parson started home. Bill looked up with a grin. Says, ain't you sorry you butted in? Then Bill to the parson sang this song. Save your money, 'cause the winter am a-coming on. You need that long green to keep your black hide warm. Shooting crap, it am a sin, especially if you don't happen to win. So you save your money, because the winter am a-coming on.
Song of the whippoorwill as he sings his evening lay. All is as he sings his evening song.
There's a bunch of good fellows who banded together, they're known throughout the land. And to thousands of folks who are down on their luck, they have lent a helping hand. The Order of Elks are the men that I mean, and their motto is sweet charity. Their emblem's the head of an elk on a button with 4 letters B.P.O.E. They are the best people on earth. B.P.O.E. They are the people who do the most good. When you're an elk, you will see what they'll do for you. We never will know the half of that charity. Good fellows together in all sorts of weather. The B.P.O.E. At my initiation into the Elks Lodge, I was simply treated grand. Every brother was there with an Indian club to give me a helping hand. I woke up at the doc's youngsters, he thought I'd been hit by an automobile on the head. When I told him I'd merely been joining the Elks, then he smiled at me sweetly and said, they are the best people on earth. B.P.O.E. They are the folks who do everyone good. Now you're an elk, you can see what they do to you. They've broken your arm. They've fractured your ribs and knees. I'll be busy with you till new members go through in the B.P.O.E. When I lived in Poughkeepsie, one night I got tipsy from drinking too much wine. As I came down the street there, I happened to meet 7 brother Elks of 9. Now I wouldn't let them take me home to my wife. They were sober and she'd raise a fuss. So like good brother Elks, they let me get them drunk and they said, you'll have nothing on us. They are the best people on earth. They drank all they could and handed the bill to me. Then they said, you're our brother, so buy us another for B.P.O.E. Oh, a young brother Elk by the name of McCarthy, he ran off with my wife. There was no need to run, for when he took her from me, I was his friend for life. Now 20 years passed, he heard I was grieving, his conscience had worried him then. It was then he remembered that I was an elk, so he brought her back to me again. They are the best people on earth. My mother-in-law came back with my wife to me. Now McCartney's our border, he's one of the order of B.P.O.E.
Stop the music, Mr. Professor, stop the music. Hello, everybody. Hey, last week I want to take my wife out for a drive in the park. I telephone in the livery stable, I tell the fella, mister, I want you to send up a couple horses with a wagon, shall have a whip in the front too. And the fella, he come up, he's got on the tight pants and boots, a long blue coat with the silver buttons in the front, plug hat, like a dude. He's got on the hand a whip too. I say to him, what do you want? He say, excuse me, please, I got downstairs the horses what you order. I say, all right, come on. I take the lady down, I give her a lift in the wagon, I give the horses a knack with the whip off to the park. We was riding about 15 minutes. She say to me, Levinsky, he's sitting behind. I say, who? She say, the driver. I looked around the plumber boy, the fella is sitting there with the hands folded. I stopped the carriage. I get down from the horses. I say, come on, mister, come on. For my money, you want to be a gentleman, you should sit there like that. For my money, go down. Go down. You go and drive. And I sit up there in the back. Say, Mr. Professor, will you fiddle me up a few notes, please? Sam Levi was arrested once for murdering a man. He thought that they would hang him by the neck. He said, I'll give 5,000 if they'll only give me life. He thought that they had caught him in the act. To the foreman of the jury, Levi gave the money then and said to him, how happy I will be. For the sake of my poor wife, don't hang me, give me life. Please make it murder in the 2nd degree. The jury, they was only out 2 hours. Brought in a verdict in the 2nd degree. Levi thanked the foreman and then asked him, was you fighting hard to make it light for me? The foreman said, now Levi, you are lucky. We had to take a ballot over twice. If it hadn't been for me, they would have quit you. But I knew that you'd be satisfied with life.
A bonny heeling lassie, if ye seen her, you would fancy her as well. I met her in September, popped the question in November, I'll soon hear aught myself. Her father has consented, I'm feeling quite contented, I went and sealed the bargain with a kiss. I sit and weary when I think about my dearie, and you'll always hear me singing this. I love a lassie, a bonny heeling lassie. She's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather, Mary, my Scotch bluebell. I love a lassie, a bonny heeling lassie. She can warble like the mavis in the dale. She's an angel every Sunday, but a jolly lass on Monday, and as modest as her namesake, the bluebell. She's nice and neat and tidy, and I meet her every Friday. That's a very special night I wouldn't miss. I'm enchanted, I'm enraptured, since my heart the darling captured. She's just intoxicated me with bliss. Oh, I love a lassie, a bonny, bonny lassie. She's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather, Mary, my Scotch bluebell. I love a lassie, a bonny heeling lassie. I could sit and let her tease me for a week. And the way she keeps behaving, I never pay for shaving, 'cause she rubs my whiskers clean off with her cheek. And the gloaming with my beauty, with my bonny tutti frutti ooty, I like to wander by her side. She's my diamond, she's my ruby, she's my bonny wee choo-choo-bee, and if she was here, I'd row her in my Clyde. I love a lassie, a bonny, bonny lassie. She's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather, Mary, my Scotch bluebell. I love a lassie, a bonny, bonny lassie. She's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather, Mary, my Scotch bluebell. I'm going to tell you this, that you never seen a lassie like her all your life. Oh, and have you seen her cheeks? Oh, and have you seen her hair? Have you just seen the color of her hair? And her eyes. Oh, boys. Oh, dear me. She just wants to look at you, and you're hers. I know that was the way that it happened with me. No wonder I often sing to myself, oh, I love a lassie, a bonny, bonny lassie. She's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather, Mary, my Scotch bluebell.
Midfield of clover was just a little over 100 years ago. A handful of strangers, they faced many dangers to make their country grow. It's now quite a nation of wondrous population and free from every king. It's your land, it's my land, a great Duos island, and that's just why I sing. America, I love you. You're like a sweetheart of mine. From ocean to ocean, for you my devotion is touching each boundary line. out of all the races to settle on their shore. They didn't care which one, the poor or the rich one, they still had room for more. To give them protection by popular election, a set of laws they chose. They're your laws and my laws, for your cause and my cause, and that's why country rules. America, I love you. You're like a sweetheart of mine. From ocean to ocean, for you my devotion is touching each boundary line. Just like a little baby climbing its mother's knee. America, I love you, and there's 100 million others like this. America, I love you. You're like a sweetheart of mine. From ocean to ocean, for you my devotion is touching each boundary line. Just like a little baby climbing its mother's knee.